Hello, everybody. Sorry we're late. Technical issues. Me being dumb, pretty much. I thought that I could use a microphone and blah, 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 blah. We're back. It's Monday again, isn't it?
Yeah, again.
This is Katie.
That's Jake.
Mm-hmm. It's true. These are some of our fishies behind us. So that's all for tonight. Thanks for showing up. Just kidding. Empire of Dirt Aquatics, Fathom Aquatics, all these great people.
Sketty Nona was first.
Was she?
Then Jeff came.
Oh my goodness.
Then Jesse was Salient Aquatics. And Branton Whitecap. And Aquatic Moose.
Moose.
And you're going to fast for me to catch anything else.
I'm trying to scroll through. Oh, you do the scrolling.
Jody P's here.
Is she?
Yeah.
Oh, she is. I see that.
Welcome, welcome. Thank you for coming, guys. We appreciate it.
It is the last Monday of February, so that's good.
Do you know something?
24
days until spring.
That's it?
Yeah.
Who's Jake? Did Katie get a new baby? Yes. I'm her new boy toy. Very, very nice. Oh my goodness. There's so many comments, and I don't know. I'm having issues.
I'll do the comments. You talk.
I'm having issues with electronics today. Some days they don't like me. I think I just too much electricity flowing through my body. I got a haircut. Katie cut my hair. Nice. All right, so we got 9 people in here. Let's just get the show on the road, huh?
Sure.
Salient wants an FX6.
He said, does that mean a giveaway then?
Oh, yeah. No giveaways here, sorry. What we do give away is our awesome personalities and plenty of sarcasm. And if you don't like that, then you, Jesse. We have a topic for tonight, and it's based on our last video, which is gaining a lot of traction. I was surprised by it because
Definitely.
it was just a little video that I wanted to show how we use play sand in our aquariums. It's something that we use for pretty much all of our aquariums that have substrate, except for the 75. It has it in there too, but that's a dirted tank, so there's other things below that. But if we're just going to use plain one kind of substrate, we use play sand. And I've noticed online and in different chats and whatnot, people talk about, oh, they don't use play sand. I've seen posts on Facebook like, this is what happens when I use play sand, and their tanks are just muddy as can be, murky, and they have problems getting rid of it. It doesn't go away. And I always found that kind of weird because it's all we ever use here.
Yeah. Welcome in, Cecil and Nathan. Thank you for coming.
So I was redoing our 5-gallon tanks, doing the 5-gallon tanks the other day, and I did one and decided to use some tile because we always put something down to keep the sand from getting stirred up. And after doing it, I noticed it was like crystal clear from the get-go. Sometimes we get a little bit of sediment floating. Usually by the next day, it's completely gone. So I thought, that's cool. I'll just do a quick video on it. And so I did. I wanted to set up the other one the same way and filmed it. And of course, we put it out to members first. And we got like, I don't know, 30 some views or something because it was just members only for the first 3 days. Once it hit public, It's been up for 4 days now, public wise, and today is over 2,000 views. Maybe that's not a lot for you big time YouTubers, but for us to get that many views
It's a lot.
in them in the short amount of time was a lot. Tons of likes, tons of comments from all over the place. And some people use it and like it. Some people wash it. Some people stay away from it. Tell us they're stupid for using it. Or whatever. We didn't get any hate on it, but I found it interesting that the results vary so much. So we thought that can be our topic for tonight.
Thank you, Jeff and Jesse. And Sketty Nona says that water was insanely clear.
To us, it's just normal, I guess. And I don't know. Aquatic Moose is in here. I think Moose left a comment thinking about like the regions of where this sand is gathered from or processed or wherever. Am I using the right words?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking,
You want me to check the bag?
they sift it out. It might be a good idea. I'm not like an expert on this whatsoever. So I'm thinking these places dig up dirt and they sift it out to get sand or whatever, different grades.
How about I just look it on my phone? I'm not lifting it.
Oh, you should probably see what's actually, because that brand is probably sold a lot of places. And it is what, North Rock brand. So maybe some places have more clay in it. Jeff says that's a possibility. It's regional. Jeff, I'd like you to come up if you could, if you want to. Just let me know. I can get the link either dropped or have Katie send it to you or something. But because I know that Jeff uses play sand too without an issue, and there's a few people. I think some people just rinse it for good measure. But like I said in the video, we've rinsed it, but it kind of washes away all the fine stuff and pretty much end up with like fine gravel or because ours is the stuff we get, you get sand all the way up to kind of smaller than pea gravel stuff. So it's very much mixture.
It says North Rock Play Sand is made in the United States. Brand of TCC Materials, a family-owned company headquartered in Minnesota. And product varies by each plant. I guess it depends on the availability in that stance, but
Large rocks are blasted from quarries and crushed in sand-like material. So they're probably not digging it out of clay.
it's pre-cleaned and smoothed to remove sharp edges and impurities, making it safe for skin contact. Danny Aquatics is here. Thank you for coming.
Yes. Yeah, Jeff says it's got clay in it because he gets it from his yard. But
Well,
that's-
his sand does, yeah.
Right. But you still use it. I mean, it's. So we had a variety of different comments. Some people said, well, that's fine. I think Branton was one, is like, well, what happens when you have a bunch of quarries in there sifting through the sand? And I replied, well, we used it with cichlids, quarries, loaches,
Yep.
even the goldfish. They push it all around. I mean, I can go and show you the 55, but I'm afraid of moving the camera. But they're constantly pushing, digging up with their mouth, spitting it out, and it never gets murky in there.
No.
Only time I've had it really get murky is when I didn't put anything down to block the water coming in. And
Or it wasn't a big enough surface.
when it's the worst is that I'm trying to add sand to something that's already got water in it. I fill it with a cup and kind of try to dunk it in there to keep it from going everywhere and lightly pour it in. And it gets pretty bad doing it that way, where I've had to use a temporary filter. I've got a hang on back filter that I use just filter floss in it. Anyways, with a flocculant. People don't know what a flocculant is.
Welcome in, Craig. Thank you for coming. And Funk's in the house. Thank you for coming.
These are a couple brands of flocculants. So Clarity by Seedchem, AccuClear. Yeah. So they basically bind fine particles together so that your mechanical filtration can grab hold of it. It works on a lot of different things. So you put a little bit of that in there and a mechanical filtration and it clears up if it's bad. But it never gets that bad if we do it with that method in that video. Any of our moderators in the house, if you want to put a link to that video for anyone that hasn't seen it, which to me seems weird because we've had a lot of people watch it so far.
Welcome in, Brenton. Thank you for coming.
We had another comment that said, well, what do you do? What happens when you gravel back? I said, well, we really don't vacuum our substrate. If anything, if I do feel I need to take any crud out of there, I do it kind of gently above the surface so not to disturb the substrate. I feel like the less you disturb your substrate, the better. That's our method. Like I said, it's not
Thank you, Jesse.
thank you. There's the link. Sally put it in there. Our method is to kind of leave the substrate alone as much as possible and leave things kind of be. So if it gets a little dirty, it gets a little dirty. Sometimes, depending on the fish, like a lot of plecos and stuff, you get a buildup that the plants don't take care of so quickly, and I don't like the look of it sometimes. So I, will suck that out of there, but I don't go digging down into the substrate. But even like with Brenton's question about cories and other fish that like to play in the substrate, we never really had any problem.
Nope.
And not boasting, like it was weird with so many comments. I'm not used to that, like having to like keep on top of that. I felt like most of my replies, like I was being kind of like, well, we never have an issue. Like I was so uppity, like we're awesome. Well, we're not awesome. Maybe it's just the type of sand. Maybe it could be that we just don't really fear a lot of stuff and just try it out. Yeah, happy birthday, Funk.
Happy birthday.
There's so many scientific factors, but I think that it's either the brand or the region where the sand comes from or your method of how you fill your tank. So ours is very low and slow, and you got to have something that protect the substrate while the water's being poured in. And try to divert it sideways if you can or whatever, but the point is not to have a big gushing rush of water to come and stir the sand up, because obviously that's going to cause issues.
Right.
And every time I've seen pictures of that on like Facebook groups, which I'm hardly ever on there because I hate Facebook when it comes to fish keeping. I hate Facebook in general. Just want to say it. Katie's a big fan, I think, but I don't like it. Jake from State Farm. I don't know that guy. You told everyone I was a snobby snob. That's why. No, the comments were good. Nobody got really crazy about it, which I was kind of expecting someone to say. And there was one this morning, and it ended up being sarcastic. Oh, just one more? No,
Yeah, just one more fish.
no, it was Any Fish Will Do. Was the name of the guy's channel. So I subscribed to him. I took the chance because the comment was so like he named black.
Scientific.
It was worded as such. I'm like, this guy can't be serious. I'm like, so I commented back, uh, we like sarcasm too. And it turns out he was being sarcastic, and he uses place and all the time as well.
Sketty, do you need my glasses frames, Sketty?
You have to order heat frames. Put it up on screen so people know what you're talking about. And when we rewatch it, we know what we're seeing.
Actually, my head's big enough I can wear adult ones.
You got
It's not
a
a-
big gouge right here.
Yeah, River got me really bad last night.
We need like stitches for that.
Hi, Joe.
Hello. So anyway, sand. What do you guys think? Jeff, do you want to come on? Is there any sand experts here in the house?
Well, isn't he a master aquariumist?
Aquariumist? Dwelling. What's this? Jake, real talk. I think you're dwelling. Everyone knows you are of the coolest dudes doing this dang thing. Water off Funk's back. Not dwelling. This is supposed to be the topic. This is the topic. We have topics.
Oh, yeah. Luckily, I normally wear these, Jesse. But if I take them off, she's gotten my eyes, but not like the actual eyeball. So I try and keep my glasses on as much as possible.
Not me. I got to take them off. She'll grab them. And
Welcome, Jorge. Thank you for coming.
Jorge's here. I know that Jorge uses all sorts of stuff sometimes, for rinse it or it's dirty and he lets it settle. And I think it's so objective with that sort of thing because one person can say, "Oh, my tank looks like crap," another person would say, "Well, I think it looks beautiful." And the thing is, I've never had cloudiness issues using sand unless I'd have to like mix it in with the water first and dump it all together or do something crazy with it. What does Brenton say there?
Welcome in, New Local Austin.
He didn't say that.
No, I'm just welcoming people as they come in. I'm sorry.
That's fine. I'm joking. What does Brenton say?
Hang on, I got a bigger print. Personally, if when I use place sand, it looked like that when it filled up my tank and it didn't cloud with Cory Cats, I'd use it. But I'm a pool filter sand fanboy. So clean.
So clean.
You're just a pool sand brat.
See, and that's why I said in there too. It's like to each their own. If they want uniform grains of sand throughout their tank, then I could see that too. We like to keep things on a budget, and personally, I like the look of the
Natural looking.
There's just various different sizes and colors in there, so to me it looks a little more like a natural seafloor or whatever the hell you want to call it. And as I said by the butthole surfers, you never know just how you look through other people's eyes. I love that song. I used to play that for my daughter Emily. She's 19 now, but I used to play that for her in the car and blast it. It has such an awesome like. You play that song and it makes like a, and then it kicks into the beat. I can't even do it, but it's so bassy and everything. And I blast that, and my daughter, just a little like 2 year old in the back seat, would just like bouncing her head to it. She loved it.
Aquafunk says I also have used sand forever. Sometimes I wash it, sometimes I don't so much, and never had an issue. And then the one time he did not wash it and let the water splash. Big mistake on his part.
Well, doesn't it settle eventually for you? I mean, we did that. I'm gonna have to find which live stream. That one live stream we did where we filled up the 110 gallon and put all the sand. We were taking bets on
110? 210?
no the 110
Oh,
pond.
the pond. How many bags you mean it took?
Yeah, we were
Yep.
doing bets on that to get it up to 5 or 6 inches, which I think we got almost close to 7. I was using the same stuff, just dumping it in there, and didn't I just I took the garden hose to it to fill it up, but
Yeah.
I put it in that spool so it kind of diffused
Displaced a
it,
little
but
bit.
it was a little bit of a cloudiness to it. And then I put a post like on the community page the next day to show, because I told everyone by tomorrow will be crystal clear, and it was. It settled out.
Thank you, Salient.
So either we found the best source of play sand in the whole world, or we're doing something different. I don't know. It's definitely not skill or anything like that, because just
I have a new topic.
you have a new topic.
Guess what happened yesterday?
What?
River turned 6 months.
6 months old. She turned a half.
She's officially a half.
She's a halfie, a halfling, like a hobbit.
She's still not as big as a hobbit, though.
And her feet aren't as furry.
Thank goodness.
Yeah. And kissing on her toes. Yeah. Yeah.
Jesse says 6 months. Good God, she can start doing chores.
I hope so.
Yeah, I'm gonna start teaching her.
I'm gonna get her a little dustbuster, and she can. When she
Tie Swiffers to her knees when she starts crawling.
Yeah. A Swiffer suit.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
No, she's doing awesome. She's loving her solids. Everything we've tried so far. We've tried quite an array of food in the last couple of weeks. We've done it well before 6 months because we noticed she wasn't retaining very well in formula just alone. So we tried our solids early. Oops. But it works. And she's much, much happier on solids and her formula. Fills her up quite nicely.
Put her belly down on a Roomba.
Yeah.
That's probably a comment from before. Play sand or construction sand. Like, I've heard some good reviews of Quikrete sand. Somebody said they really liked that. And they said like Home Depot sand. You don't want to use like tube sand that you use for like weighing down your vehicles. Also up in the north regions where you have to put sand in the back of your vehicle to keep your traction. Not under your wheels, but like to weigh down your pickup trucks. The tube sand has additives in it to keep it from freezing. That would be horrible for your fish.
I'm going to go back to a couple comments and put them back up on here. Jesse said, haha, her mouth
Tap
will
it.
be stuck to the dustbuster and can picture it now. New local Austin, half been alive, keep it up. Keep up the good work, you two. Nathan says, "Have you heard of Doodad? He actually made a Swiffer baby suit." LOL.
That's probably where I've got the idea. I've heard of Doodad and I've watched this stuff.
I
That's sounds like something you would do for sure. I've probably seen it there. Alka Funk needs our address and size.
Oh, that's right.
Sorry, Funk. I got distracted, and I'll tell you guys why. And I'm not trying to boast because I'm not the person to do that. But last Friday, I went out and bought a new car.
River had her first very long road trip.
Yeah.
And did very well. And we went all the way to New Richmond to go purchase.
Nobody knows where New Richmond. Maybe Jeff knows where New Richmond is.
Well, you guys who aren't from around this area, New Richmond, Wisconsin is down south from us.
About an hour,
About an
and
hour
20 minutes.
Yeah, hour and 20 minutes, roughly.
The reason I did it, a lot of reasons. We needed something reliable. I've worked my butt off to have good credit and be able to get a house. As in a lot of horrible places, maybe 10 years ago from now, pretty much homeless, living barely paycheck to paycheck. I mean, I was broke before every paycheck, and I never spent money on much of anything bad. When I was younger, I blew money and bought things on credit and did stupid stuff all the time. And so I worked really hard to get where I'm at. And usually I buy used cars and just drive them right into the dirt. Wanted something that we could depend on and be able to go on longer trips.
And safer.
We want
us
to
and
be able to.
River.
That's the main thing, to have River and feel like she's going to be safe. We're not going to be stuck on the side of the road somewhere. And I want to be able to go to Quad City Fish Swap. It'd be nice to go to the Clash. That's not going to happen this year. We got other things going on, but going to the Fish Fam Cookout, which means cooking. I mean, like camping, and needing extra space. And that little Saab of mine is it's a fun car to drive. It's great, but it's not a family car. It's not something you want to be taking a car seat in and out of, or even a toddler and try to do things with. We would if we could, but like I said, I worked hard and it was awesome. For the first time in my life, I was able to walk into a dealership and say, I want that. I'm not going to give you any money whatsoever. And they handed me the keys. I mean, it took like 4 hours or so to do that process, maybe 5 hours, but still.
It was a long day. I'm very, very grateful,
They
River.
were busy there, but
Well, they were busy, but I'm grateful River actually went with the flow and didn't have any episodes, and she slept on the way there, slept on the way home. So it was good.
Did you get a car as cool as my mighty Kia Soul?
I will show you a picture of what we got.
I don't think you need to show me. You know, some people are just going to hate it, but I don't give a crap.
There's going to be haters no matter what vehicle you get.
I absolutely love it.
We all love it. River falls asleep instantly when she's in there.
You can't. That's a horrible picture. Ford Bronco Sport 2.0 EcoBoost.
Badlands edition.
Badlands edition. I don't want to talk about my car anymore. I feel like I'm boasting. And I don't know.
Pepperland Creek is here. Welcome. Thank you. Foxy's Fishes is here. Hello. Hello.
Hello, Foxy.
And Nathan says, I say boast about it. Gotta be proud, amazed, grateful, and so on about the things that are important and make you happy.
at the end of the day, it's a possession, right? It's just a thing. But it's like I've, I'm 45 now, and I've lived most of my adult life so far watching other people be able to get things and do things, and having everyone else turn me down, and for good reason. I mean, I was very irresponsible with money when I was younger, so it just was kind of cool that I was able to do that.
So there's been requests. I need to bring the same thing as last year. I will not put cheese in it, Jill.
I love cheese.
They want the same salad I brought last year. It was an Italian salad.
At the barbecue.
Yeah, and Brian said he heard you guys heard it right. Jake's cooking at the barbecue.
Oh,
That's why I was laughing.
can do that and do all the video at the same
Yeah,
time.
so
It's gonna be
it's either
hard.
video or cook. Because Katie's got to watch River. And Skadinona wants a salad too. And Foxy says, congrats, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Salient says, awesome, Jake. Happy for you guys. But I'm assuming you're saying you stole it then.
Right.
Will the cops be busting in at any moment?
I was like, what's that over there? Grab the keys and ran. I just
Well, what was
we
really
we
cool-
distracted him with the baby. I
Yeah.
said we got to take River because how are you going to say no to that? And everyone there, of course.
I think it
like,
helped.
And so what I did is put the baby in the middle of the sales floor, and they all flocked. And when they were all distracted, I just walked in and found some keys, and whatever one made a beep sound outside, I left, and then waited for Katie around the corner.
No, it was really cool. My uncle came. He is 20 some minutes away from the dealership. He lives in Hudson. So he came to share our experience of buying a new car with us. And then we went out to lunch afterwards. And it was great to have family there, you know, to share the moment and the excitement.
Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Uncle Bobby's Santa Claus.
Yeah. Aquafunk said he wants to see it. I already showed a picture. Were you not looking? We'll send you one.
I'll send you a picture, phone.
Skadinona says to Foxy, whatever she brings next time will be homemade. Ooh, looking forward. Everyone's saying hello to everyone. And
I can dig it.
Aquafunk says, I can dig it.
Can you dig it?
Cecil says, nice. And Mexicali says, I love my truck. I have a truck, so we decided not to get two. And just have a smaller, more economical vehicle. It still has towing capacity, though.
Towing and off-roading capacity.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, still have the Saab.
Yep. That's going to be...
Thought about trading in, but the thing's like 21 years old, but it's in immaculate shape. I'm going to keep it. It's going to be my little baby fun car for me when I feel I need to leave hard and fast.
Your summer car, in other words.
Yeah. It's fun.
But do I get to drive it?
The
so
car?
I can have a vehicle to get out of the house?
You can drive whatever you want. Just not my new one. Just kidding.
See, Jay can't cook. He's filming Foxy's head.
Thank you, Foxy.
Either it's going to be raw and you're going to get film, or no film and your food's cooked.
Well, I'll film and cook at the same time. It'll just be footage of the food being cooked.
Brayton's volunteering to cook at the picnic, y'all. He's been known to throw down the grill, if that's what you mean by cook.
Throw down on the grill?
So you've seen it here. Number one.
That's the thing in these sort of things. You can only have one grill master. It's it doesn't work when you get too many guys on the grill being like, "Oh, you gotta do it this way." No, one grill master.
Brian says River will have 40 people in line to hold her. Oh, I can just imagine.
Yeah.
She is really strong. Just heads up, guys, who are all coming.
Well, she's gonna be almost.
She's gonna be almost a year. She's gonna be 20 days from being a year at the picnic. But
She'll still be holdable and stuff.
right.
All we ask is that if you feel a little ill, you got a cold or something like that, just
Don't touch her.
don't
Don't hold her.
get in her face and stuff.
Yeah. You know,
As long as
just the
we
normal
time.
stuff. Kind of like, yeah. Because I don't care to have her sick.
Yeah. And stay away from me completely.
Thank you, Josh.
Just kidding.
We appreciate that. Oh, Foxy says she's first.
Ah.
Well, we're coming early,
We'll
remember?
have to put like an online sign-up sheet or something. She'll have a longer line than Santa Claus. But she sits on your lap instead of the other way around.
Oh, Aquafunk in August.
Nasty.
Who's gonna make the nasty green bean casserole
We
at the
could-
cookout? We normally do cold foods
Yeah, not much
for side dishes, and then
Warm
the
food's
hot
like
stuff
the
is
meat.
your meat.
Yeah.
Because last year it was so ungodly hot.
green bean casserole at a cookout seems kind of weird. That'd be something like
Oh,
yeah, like Christmas time or little old ladies at their quilting club or something. Bring that there. I don't know, a potluck dinner. And I don't know. I've never seen green bean casserole at a cookout.
hello, Mike. Thank you for coming. Lake Missoula, Ben Sharp. Thank you for coming.
That's the other thing I wanted to talk about is that I put out a short because we got new fish yesterday. It's awesome and it sucks at the same time. One of my fish I always wanted to get, and because I love tetras, I wanted some rummy nose. They had them at our crappy little fish store, and I'm starting to call it that, and I'll tell you why. First of all, it is a franchise Pet Supplies Plus. But there's an owner that owns the store, but he's still a franchise. His second in command is an assistant manager or manager or whatever you want to call him. I've seen him there a lot of times. He just comes off as he's just one of those guys, I guess. I don't know. To me, I don't know him personally, so I shouldn't say anything bad. But my first impressions of the guy
Or every impression we've got of him when we went in the store.
just I don't know, carbon copy responses, I'm too good for you kind of attitude. And I don't know why. You're working at a pet store, dude. Come on. Whatever. Pet stores are cool. I'm not saying that, but I mean, you're not like some kind of emperor of the world. So, our favorite guy that usually works there doesn't work there anymore. I don't know if he got fired or he quit. My guess is that he probably quit because the management there's just a vibe off of them that. Anyway, we're looking at the fish, and I see they had a couple of different fish that I really like. And one is I wanted some rummy nose tetras. They had them there. I'm like, cool. Somebody finally asked us, "Do you need any help?" That's fine. I'm not going to critique that too much because I'd rather people leave us alone when I'm shopping. But the assistant manager and the number 2 guy there that I was talking about earlier came up and he very insincerely, fakely asked, "Do you guys need any help?" Granted, he works retail, so I can understand his pain. I'm like, yeah, actually, I see that you got about 4 rummy nose in there. I'd like all of them, please. He's like, sure. So he starts getting this stuff set up. And I'm like, by the way, what would you what do you guys think about a couple crazy YouTubers coming in and just kind of filming their shopping experience with you guys? And I think his first response was, like, throw them out, actually. Throw them out, honestly. And I got to thinking, I'm like, did he take my question wrong? So I was like, well, not really crazy, not like somebody coming in going, hey, we're on YouTube. I mean, it was more of a figure of speech. So I said, it's, just not getting in the way, not getting in the way of customers or obstructing things, but just very discreetly, you know, because it's kind of a common thing that a lot of YouTubers do. Will go to the fish stores and show that. And he's just very, I don't know, my vocabulary sucks. What's the word for it? It's like complacent or off-putting, or like he didn't really want to answer the question. He wouldn't look at me while he's doing that. He's just quick with his answers. There's a word for that kind of person. Anyway, he's like, yeah, you probably have to talk to Todd about that. But yeah, I don't think we'd like that very much. No, no, we wouldn't like that. And he's like doing his fish, and it took him forever to scoop those fish out of there. And they're the only ones in this bare tank. But anyway, finally I see the dude, and I recognize him before as the head honcho because everyone's just like, ooh, kisses his butt every time he comes around. So I'm like, oh, there's Todd. So I walk up, I'm like, Todd, you must be Todd. It says it on your name tag. My name's Jake Hill. Over there is my fiance Katie, and we run a YouTube channel, and we're just kind of curious as to what it would take for us to be able to film in here. And nothing too crazy. We won't come in and cause a big ruckus, but just kind of show our shopping experience here at your store. He said, well, even though I am the owner, you will have to get permission from PSP. And it took me a second to understand, PSP, Pet Supplies Plus. So what you have to do is go online and request permission and blah, 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 blah. And even though he was kind of courteous and he shook my hand, because I'm thinking just because there was customers around and stuff, but I got a sense by looking in his eyes and the tone
Like
in his
you're
voice,
wasting
it's
my
like,
time.
yeah, you're a joke. What are you doing even talking to me? Kind of thing. And this is not a big city, guys. This Rice Lake, Wisconsin. Look it up. I don't know the population, but it's not something like Chicago or some kind of well-known place. It's a little tiny strip mall version of a chain store that's a pet store that has a fish section. So to have that kind of uppity experience from them too, the only reason we kept going back is because they had one guy there that was totally awesome, recognized us every time, was the epitome of a real
Very
human
personable.
being and good customer service. And we go there. Now he's not there. So we got these. I thought there was 4 rummy nose Tetris. I'm talking to this Todd guy, and the other guy comes up and says, I actually found 5 in there. Do you want the 5th one? I'm like, yeah, great. That's awesome. Yeah, I'll take 5. He gets them in there. I got done talking to Todd. I kind of turn around and I look. They double bag their stuff. They'll bag the one bag, then they rubber band it, turn it upside down, and stuff it in another bag. When he's stuffing it in the second bag, he's shaking it like to get it to slide down in there. And I'm seeing the water splash, and I'm like, okay, they'll be fine. They're small. And there's a lot of other things going on. So I'm not one to like go, hey, you, what the hell are you doing? I let it go. They're like $4 fish or something. Are they 5? Just under $5. They looked fine in the bag. We paid for them. We brought them home. It's about a 30-minute trip. I mean, brought them home, brought them in here. They looked fine in the bag. Let them acclimate a little bit to temperature. And when I did the plop and drop, there was one dead in the bag. That happens. They have a policy that you can bring a fish back with your water. They'll test it, issue you store credit. I'm not going to drive that far and do that over something that happens probably all the time. No big deal. What it sucked, but whatever. We had 4 good fish. Took my did a short about it, and this afternoon when I came out here to turn on the lights, 2 of the 4 remaining one were floating dead. So now we're down to 2. Again, I'm not gonna go down there and make a stink over that because that's like $15 in store credit. Do I want to buy any more fish from them at this point?
Nope.
Do I even want to care about getting permission to film in there?
Nope. Pause. We're gonna welcome in some new people, and we have a question. Michael Wells is in the house, and he goes, "Bag of sand. What's up with the bag of sand?"
Well, putting the title on there, I wanted to talk about play sand as a substrate, which we did a little bit earlier. When I think about bags of sand, I think about the movie 40-Year-Old Virgin. If you don't know the reference, watch the movie.
Or
You'll
YouTube
get
it.
Yeah. It's like a bag of sand.
And then also MNC is in the house. Welcome. Thank you for coming.
Aquafunk made a point there.
And yep, Aquafunk says that's because he's not confident of his shop.
Well, it's not a fish store either, so it's just like it's his. I could see that too. I mean, why would he? He didn't even ask like, "Well, what's your channel?" I mean, because it'd be like basically mutually beneficial, right? We get views. He gets free exposure advertising, and if we get out of line and cause a ruckus, obviously we say get the hell out. But
Welcome, Pet Sonics.
he
Thank
could
you for
at least give us the time to sit down and talk about it. He didn't want to sit down and talk about it and just kind of push it off on the corporate just to kind of get us out of his face.
Right.
And it's like, well, fine, dude. I mean,
Funk said it's kind of irritates them that in this day and age, and old school fish people don't want to come to grips that YouTube and out platforms is a big reason the tropical aquarium individually is still alive.
industry.
Oh, sorry.
He's probably using speech recognition or something.
And Jeff Kane, not
check.
sure how long we're going to stream. It depends on River. So
I'll stream for a while. I'm kind of in the mood for it.
Jesse also typed in comments a while back. He wants us to email our icon to him and our email address.
Why?
Why, Jesse?
Why?
Sketty Nona says, I very carefully
I'll email
selected
you and you
tanks
can tell me why.
with no chips, cracks, or scratches while I finished checking out. The other Petco lady tossed them in a cart and pushed them out the door to where
She ran out of space.
I showed them my husband was waiting at the curb for me. She started chucking them in the trunk. I specifically said I did not need help. Yeah, people don't understand how tanks are fragile. They just figure, oh, just get them in where they need to go.
Glass people, come on.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I don't know. I wish there was an actual fish store around here, but whatever.
Sure,
Excellent.
you're gonna be on your own. Yeah,
So
sounds good, Jeff.
it just sucks because I wanted to grab a thing of different kind of fish food and check out what they had, and for once, first time I ever saw there, they had Luminos Tetras, and I really wanted them, and there was nobody there that really seemed like they were a fish keeper anymore.
No, it was just somebody to scoop fish and
The kid that was working it before, he was a hobbyist,
right.
and I need to get a hold of him because he still lives in that town. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Get him here on the show or go talk to him or something. I mean,
Yeah.
and talk about, why is he gone? Because I can't see them firing him unless he just didn't take their shit anymore. Because he was the one that
used.
He was the person that you would hear him getting called on the radio to do everything, and he knew his stuff, and he was so it wouldn't be like a laziness. So it'd either be he talked back and got fired, or he
Which I don't
just
blame
got
him.
sick of the crap and went on to do something else because he was a younger kid. I can't imagine they pay a lot in that sort of store anyways, so it just sucks that he's gone and I never got his thing of fine. But it'd be cool if we could get a hold of him somehow. Maybe he's on Facebook or something. I don't know. We'll run around that city and just yell his name, and maybe someone will be like, "You mean Jace, the guy that worked at the fish store?" I wish there was an actual fish store locally to us, and not just a all-around pet store that the people don't give a crap about their fish. I did see some interesting fish there. Let me know if you've probably heard of them. Some of you have. I've never seen them before in person. I've never heard of them because we're noobs. But I would have bought them had I not forgot my wallet at home. So we were operating on a gift card that Katie had with her, and we didn't know how much was left on there. So forgot my wallet. Half-hour drive. I'm not going to drive home to get it and come back. If I had my wallet, I would have bought them. But now I'm kind of almost glad because
Yeah, no
probably
kidding.
would have died because they were $10 a piece. I've seen these fish go for like $20 a piece online. They're thread fin rainbow fish. Have you guys heard of that? Because they're really cool little fish, but they have big thread-like fins on there. If you don't know them, look them up. Thread fin rainbow fish. They were $9.98 a piece there. And they had quite a few. They also had a Corridora there. It was just labeled albino Corridora, which I wanted to buy that too. But
Welcome, Joy of Fish Keeping. Thank you for coming.
those thread fins, though, were
CC,
very cool.
I'm not sure if I
Find
caught
them
you,
again.
but hello. Thank you for coming.
Red fins are nice, Evelyn says. Do you have any, Brian? Are you breeding them? Because that would be great. Tommy's in the house. Hello to you, Tommy.
Hello, hello.
I didn't watch your new video yet today that came out. I really like his news network idea. For sure. Anyways, I think I'm just going to have to look to my local breeders. Right now, our local breeders are not so local. I could say local breeders because they're a little bit local. Jeff Kane and Brian, Pepin Creek. Those are our closest breeders to us. I'm just gonna have to
Brian said they've had them in the past, but they're not hard to find though. Well, probably not around you guys. You're down more south compared to us.
Never seen them at that store before.
Yeah.
First time I've ever
They had fish there
seen
that
them or heard of them.
they've never had before, but they were like pretty empty.
There wasn't much in there. A lot of goldfish. That's it.
You gotta drop a link for your StreamYard. I don't have access on here.
No, can you text him it?
Yeah. I think.
Just give him the last code part because he can drop that in after StreamYard.com.
Okay. Hang on.
We got most of the screen blocked up right now because we're getting the code. Get Senior Kane on. You don't have to put the slash part.
Are you sure?
Yeah, just the code. He can copy that in after the StreamYard.com / and then put this code in. I'm sure he knows how to do that. We could do the entire thing, but it's a lot of typing. Jeff can figure it out. Type it in after your / Katie, send it to you. Hopefully you get that. Gigi says hard to sell fish here, easy to buy them though. That's a flooded market area. Not sure where you're at, but not the case around here. Around here, fish are hard to find. Except in our garage.
Welcome in, Stan. Thank you for coming.
Yes. How is the baby HHD? She is wonderful.
Yes, she just turned 6 months yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Eric Wyrock. Thank you for coming.
Oh, that's wonderful. Good to see you. You know he is the rock lobster?
Yes.
Bum, 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 ba-na-na-na. Bum, 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 ba-na-na-na.
Yes,
The rock
time goes
lobster.
by.
Sorry, everyone. Sorry, everyone.
No, you're going to have to keep up with chat when I have to go in the house.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I do
And-
it.
Break when you're speaking to check the chat and click on comments.
Well, you're going to have to be solo with them for a while, so I can have a quick little break.
Okay.
Keep your eye out for the guest thing to come up and whether or not
Welcome in, Vinoski.
Jeff
Thank
Kane
you
is
for coming.
able to figure it out. I'm wrapping up stuff.
Oh my goodness.
It wasn't a rock.
Oh my goodness.
It was a rock lobster.
Thank you very much, Jose. Thank you, thank you.
A rock lobster.
Let me play something for ya.
You know, just between you and me, I love Funyuns.
Thank you so much. We appreciate that. I can't type on chat here, or I'm guessing I can, but I'm not sure how because the way Jake has it set up on the phone here. Oh, thank you, Cecil. That's awesome. I'll play something for you too.
I just baked a fresh batch of cookies. Would you like to try one? They're so warm.
Yes. Thank you for the super chats. We greatly appreciate it. Like I was saying before, River turned 6 months yesterday, and we have her on solids along with her bottle of formula. And she is a very good eater. It doesn't take very long to go through a jar of baby food at all. I think she eats more than our fish. She loves her food, and she gets all excited when it's solid time instead of a bottle. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Sam Pittman. That's awesome. He gifted 5 memberships. Let me play something for you.
Memberships? I love memberships.
Thank you so much. We greatly appreciate it. Oh my goodness. Hang on, I'm losing track of comments here and trying to be up in the what's coming through is current and alrighty. River is actually awake right now, but she's having her little wake up time in her bed. I don't like to rush in. I like to let her wake up on her own and just enjoy everything. She has a few little buddies with her that it won't hurt her to be in her crib with. So she finds them and she likes to play with them. And that's the way she kind of soothes herself when she wakes up. So current viewers are 26. All max viewers have been 37. Participants are 34. Like count is 16. Thank you, Fish Fam. We appreciate that. Joy Fish Keeping wants to know, Eric Wyrock, can somebody drop a link? Don't think I'm subbed. Can one of the mods please drop a link to our main channel, please? We would appreciate that. And thank you, Cecil. We appreciate. Hit that like. And Jeff Kane, did you happen to get the link, the remainder of the last part of the link I sent you, or do you need the whole thing?
We got gifts.
Oh, Eric. Goodness sakes. Yes, we were gifted 5 memberships and 2 super chats while you were gone.
Watch.
And I already played them. They're each individual thank you videos.
You're very good at it. You're like a StreamYard pro, Katie.
Trying.
You're gonna branch out on your own, aren't you? You're gonna have your own channel and desert me.
I was letting everybody know I don't go in and rush in as soon as River wakes up.
Yeah, she's playing with her baby right now.
Yep. She loves her baby.
Yeah. Yeah, well, my first little baby doll, and she's got to chew on it. I asked her if she wanted some chew toys while we were at the pet store.
She smiled at you.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
There's lots of them there.
Oh my goodness sakes. Foxy.
Mermaid.
Oh, thank you so much. We so appreciate that. You get to pick the video.
I do?
Yep. I've
Oh
done
my
the
gosh.
cookies and I've done the memberships.
What's a good
And
$20 video?
And I've done the Funyuns.
I don't know, because I gotta make some new ones.
I know you do. You have to post them on there so we can.
It won't be the Teletubby one.
No.
No. I don't know which one to play. I don't think they're all on here.
Yeah, they are.
How about this one? Yeah. Yeah.
That's one I've never seen before. What were you doing when I wasn't out here?
All by myself.
All by myself.
All by myself. No one was looking. I was thinking of you. I did not mention. I was all by myself. Okay, put it back in the comments, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's disturbing, Stan says. It is.
It is.
Most of the stuff I do is highly disturbing.
You just saw it on YouTube. Imagine what he does in the comfort of his own home.
Well, listen to her. She's making things up. I said, you know what the difference between a kid's toy and a dog toy is? About $5. That's true. Thank you, Foxy, so much. There's just all of you guys that do that stuff, and even just for showing up here tonight. All right. I just was looking for something. It didn't work. All right. I'm dropping the link, but it's probably going to be just Jeff Kane. I don't know. Let's just try this. Sorry, Jeff. Thought that would work. I don't know if I can just get this stupid window to come. I want to be able to type myself. Post comment. There we go. And paste and done and chat. If there's other people I want to come up to, if I recognize you, I'll come with them. This is mainly for Jeff, but don't feel like you're she is a keeper for sure. Which one? River or Katie? Both? Katie is my lifesaver. For sure. All by myself. All by myself. Was it Brian that gifted memberships? That's awesome. We finally got some payouts actually got to our bank account from YouTube. So now I'm going to have to buy that air pump. I'm so excited for that. It's going to be awesome. I can't wait. There's a guest in the backstage. Did that work? Hi, Jeff.
That works.
Sorry about my finger hand here. I'm just adjusting stuff.
You're good.
So your sand, Jeff, you use exclusively from your yard, or do you ever buy a play sand?
No, I haven't bought play sand yet.
No? Do you wash your sand that you dig up?
It depends on how big of a hurry I'm in.
Yeah.
My sand is extremely silty, depending on what layer I take it from. So the top layer is really silty. a lot of pollens and clays and that kind of stuff, just dust. And if they get down about 3 feet and dig it, then it's a lot. I don't know if it's cleaner per se, but it's a lot less silty, heavier
Okay.
grains.
Right. Well, that's kind of generally, I think, how dirt and everything works. Is that the heavier, bigger pieces tend to be on the bottom
Settled out.
levels, right? And sediments towards the top.
Yeah.
I just so when you put that sand in there, sometimes you're in a hurry. You get a little bit of cloud or a lot of bit of cloud. Does it clear up rather quickly for you?
Each tank's different.
Yeah.
I can put the water in super gentle, and if I put like cories or whiptails or something that wants to burrow, then they'll stir it up and put it in a water column. And it takes me forever to filter that out.
Then do you have
if I-
problems afterwards, or is it just
Not
Good.
typically. Usually after you get the bulk of it out. I mean, it might take you like a month to get it filtered out.
right?
But once you do, then it's good. However, if I'm not in a hurry, hey Cheryl, then I put the sand in the tank, or it really depends on how I'm going about it. Lately, I've been putting the sand in the tank, filling it up, just swirling it around a whole lot, and letting it sit a couple days with nothing in it. It settles out, and then I just siphon off the top of it all the silt.
Oh, Katie wants to say hi.
Hi, Katie.
Hi. I'm going to go in, guys. Thank you, everyone who came in tonight. I really appreciate it. And so does Jake and River. And of course, we love you all. And River's got to eat.
All right.
Really?
Yeah.
You got feeders?
Yeah.
That's
Just like you feed your fish.
to me. Oh, well, that kind of makes sense. So, like once a day.
Yeah, I wish it was once a
Or?
day.
She gets solids 3 to 4 times a day.
Oh
And
my
then her
God.
bottles.
Sounds like a pain in the ass. Oh my God, I gotta look. I got the Katie look. You guys don't want to see the Katie look. It's scary.
Yeah.
Well, I just found it weird, man, because that video took off. I didn't think it was gonna be much of anything. That's like YouTube for you, right? It's just some things. Like I've spent days on a video editing and get like 50 views. Or I put together something that doesn't take much thought and just kind of cut and chop the editing just to limit the time, and it goes crazy. And I don't know if it must have been the topic, because it was on my mind that, like I said earlier, some people just have a horrible time with play sand.
Yeah.
They just, and whether or not it's the brand or how they're filling it, I don't know. But I think that finding like a affordable ways to have a substrate in your tanks is of interest to a lot of people.
It is.
Maybe not for super rich people that can just buy whatever the hell they want, but
Well, yeah, but I can buy whatever I want. I just choose not to. I prefer sand. I like the look of it. That's what's local to me. You know, when I go out to a river or a lake, they have either sand or muck bottoms.
Right.
Some rocks here and there, but realistically, it's sand and muck.
Well, it's just find it mostly strange that I see pictures and stuff where they like never using play sand because this is what you get, and maybe they just didn't let it sit for more than a half hour before they took
Well, they also might have
pictures and
been
said,
dumping a 5-gallon bucket right on top of it.
right, yeah, that'll make a difference. Just
Yeah.
whoosh.
Realistically, you could probably do the same with fluval stratum and cloud the hell out of the tank. If you just dump
Yeah.
a 5-gallon bucket on top of it.
That's why. Speaking of that, I find that weird too. Like at our fish store, pet
Mhm.
store that has fish, they use that. I believe it's fluval stratum. It's just that dark, kind of BB shaped
Yep.
substrate in all their tanks, but they don't sell it. It's like, why are you using the substrate in all your
Well,
tanks that I can't buy it from you guys?
it might not be fluval though. There are some knockoffs that look like that.
They don't have anything for sale that looks anything like that. All they have is the generic multicolored or white or black or blue gravel. That's it.
Yeah, I still need to set up a rainbow gravel tank.
I want to do that too. I don't have much left though. Oh, all I've got left. I got some of the plastic. They look like, oh, one's a pineapple. There's
I could use some of those too.
plastic. I've got a little bit of rainbow gravel there.
Those other ones I'd like
Someday.
to use for breeding.
What?
Yeah, the
Use
bigger
it?
marbles that you have.
Oh yeah.
Put that down, put your mesh on top of it. Throw some scatterers in there and let them go wild.
Well, these are just like plastic.
Yeah, as long as they sink, you're good.
I think they stink. They sink, but this one's, a crab.
Yeah.
And then we got seashells.
It doesn't matter.
I would like to do a tank with just like the old school marbles. Like for playing marbles.
Yeah.
But my brother had a ton of them and they're gone. We recently put a little tote down there. It's all like wastewater from doing water changes, which isn't much. Because we've had such an explosion of plants in here, aquatic plants. And the one thing they're mostly all top floater type plants, hornwort, pogostemon, stuff like that. And if it gets too much, what I see is it impedes the feeding process. Put food in there and all the plants trap it and the fish don't really get to it.
Yeah.
Or they gotta work at it. So I've been I wanted to pull some out, but I didn't have any other tanks to start putting it into. So I put a little plastic toad on wheels and trying to throw it in there for now until we can use it in other places.
Yeah. With my sand, some tanks will get a cyano breakout also if I don't get the sand rinsed well enough. There's something in there that the cyano just loves.
I noticed that, and that's why I tore down that 40. Because I had a bunch of sand in there. I think I put a live stream or a video of that, of pulling the sand out of there. Because
Yeah.
the cyano was crazy in there. I tried to limit the light, everything. It just, even using like algae killer, and I took all the fish out, and the cyano went crazy in there.
Yeah. So local D, what's the difference between your place sand and pool sand as far as price goes?
I don't know if we have a real local source of pool sand. I mean, there's a Menards. Maybe they sell it there, but all I ever really saw there was like sandblasting stuff.
They should have
black
pool
sand,
or
but
pool filter sand there. I'm pretty sure they sell swimming pools there even. Might be by order though.
I'll have to look again. But there's nothing real local for pool filter sand. You have to buy it online.
Yeah, you might have to buy them in our stuff online too and have it delivered to the store. And then it's usually free delivery.
These are right in town at the hardware store where Katie used to work.
Yeah.
So it's, I mean, a few blocks drive, and you know the people, and I load it up and go.
How much a bag?
Around $5.
For how many pounds?
I'd say it's about 40 pounds.
$5 for 40 pounds?
Let me see. It's oh, it might be more than 40 pounds. It's doesn't tell me the pounds. It says half a cubic foot, which I don't believe.
Mm, I don't think that's 40 pounds.
I think it weighs a little more than 40.
I was thinking less.
Less?
Yeah.
Dang, I'm getting weak.
It happens to us in old age, man.
30 pounds, maybe?
I was thinking, yeah, like maybe between 20 and 30, like 25.
It's more than 20 pounds.
Is it?
It's gotta be.
I don't know, Jake.
Come on, man. I
Looking
lift
pretty out of
things
shape.
once in a while.
My tool
Oh.
bag usually averages between 50 and 70 pounds throughout the winter.
I'll lay it out flat, measure the bag. So we got some measurements, some real hard
Well,
measurements.
do you have a bathroom scale?
No,
What?
I don't weigh
If you
myself.
get a bathroom scale, step on it, see how much you weigh, then pick up the bag and step on it again.
No,
And you just
we
subtract the
don't weigh
difference.
ourselves.
You're
It's
afraid of what you're
15
going to see?
inches wide. The part that holds the sand is about 18 inches. 15 by 18. I'd say when it's laying out flat and you smooth the sand out so it's all the same, it's about 3.5 inches thick.
So what's the cubic volume on that?
It says 1/2 cubic foot. But I don't believe that. Maybe it's right.
Like
It's got to
those.
be right. They have to abide
So,
by that, right?
I would think so. So Gabriel, when you do that, are you taking pictures of the scale so that way you can show your granddaughter how much she weighed when she was little as a total weight?
Yeah, 1/2 cubic foot weighs around 50 pounds when dry. Thing is, this stuff is kind of wet. That's the other thing I was wondering. Do you think wet
Yeah.
sand is going to be messier or dirtier when you fill your tank than dry sand?
No, it's usually cleaner for me. It settles out faster for me that way too.
Yeah,
If I pre-soak it.
because the stuff I used in that video had been open
Oh.
for a while.
Brian's saying that you're not as weak as I'm saying you are. So
I gotta turn my walkie-talkie on so Katie can communicate with me. Because if she
yeah,
calls the phone, and anyone that has my number, please don't call. You will instantly end the live stream.
yeah.
I shouldn't
Brian
have
said
said
that
that.
you're Brian said you're extremely weak and it's only 5 pounds.
It's 5 pounds?
Yep.
Probably. I sit at a desk now, so pencils are heavy.
I said you Googled it and that was 50.
It's a heavy freaking bag, man. For children ages 12 months, adult supervision required. Says it right on the bag.
Where's your adult, Jake? You're
Not in here.
unsupervised.
I know.
You can't
I
be
could
by that
drown
bag.
in any of these tanks. Fish Daddy to Mingo Mama. Come on back.
Go ahead. I'm trying to get stuff done.
Well, Jeff pointed out that I'm unsupervised, and now I'm scared that I might drown in any of these tanks.
Seriously.
Yes,
Pretty sure you're gonna
drowning
smack
is
somebody
not a
going.
joking matter.
Well, I have a cup of water in the house for you. That's all it takes.
Thanks,
Get him,
sweetie.
kitty.
You're welcome. I'm always thinking of you.
WSHD 560 signing out.
Okay, okay.
Oh my god.
Brian, why are you buying sand? You have like a whole field of sand.
Yeah. Your whole place is sand.
Right? It's the same crap. You just need to rinse it.
Spend a lot on sand, I guess.
If
While
you rinse
I'm,
it well enough, you save that silt. It's
I think while I'm there
really
at,
good to mix into your garden.
while I'm there this summer, I'm gonna be secretly scooping sand into bags and stuff so I can take it home.
Let's bring
Be
a couple
like,
5-gallon buckets with.
yeah, this tank is set with Pepin Creek aquatic sand.
I'll fill a bucket for you too. You can compare them.
I have a Jeff Kane tank and a Pepin tank.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
If you rinse it well enough, you get all the silt out of it. Then you drain the tank, and you put the silt on the bottom and the sand over the top of it. It's like sand capping dirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I have time
I
for
like
that.
I like the light greens for the quarries and stuff. But if I rinse mine too thoroughly, it's way too coarse.
Yeah. And that's why I stopped rinsing this stuff, because it did the same.
Yeah. I mean, it's
It's
not
just-
like pea gravel size or nothing like that, but it's got a pretty big grain in it.
Right. What are your experiences, Jeff, with these big box pet stores?
50-50.
Yeah.
Sometimes you go and you lose everything you pick up, and then sometimes you go and the vast majority lives or all of it lives for a while at least. But I get the same experience from a pet store, so it's not just big box stores.
Yeah. I mean, it's not technically a big box store. It's a locally owned franchise, but
it's a locally owned franchise, but there's still limitations where they can get their fish from.
right.
I guess there's a new supplier in Minnesota that my local store is trying to use. They also have minimums they have to meet. So, like back when I used to order fish, we had a $200 minimum. Every week we'd have to hit $200 in fish.
I've
There's
asked
days
them
when-
if they ever bought from local breeders or anything, and they said no.
Yeah, we used to buy from local breeders back in the day. It wasn't a whole lot, but we didn't charge a whole lot for the fish either. So I mean, that's
Right.
back when neon tetras were $1, like 50 cents to $1.
Maybe, I think about it. We were there on a Sunday. These guys are probably not used to working on Sundays. It was kind of busy. I know working retail. So I should probably not be so harsh on their attitudes or something, because I know working retail just
Sunday's
But-
the only day I deliver fish.
it just seemed like it wasn't the first time I got that sense from them.
Yeah.
And the fact that we've
Yeah.
been there so many times buying stuff. I mean, the one guy, he's helped me load tanks into my vehicle several times. So you'd think that he maybe would remember us. I don't know.
I'm sure
maybe,
he does.
But he's just kind of
Yeah, but you might see your
Indifferent.
interactions differently.
Yeah.
He might see you as a pain in the ass customer.
I thought I try to be extra nice to people in retail because I know
Yeah.
what it can be like. But he asked
And
if
it could
he
be that,
wanted anything. I said, well, actually, we would.
yeah, it could be that he had a whole bunch of crappy customers before you, so put him in a
Right.
crappy mood.
Yeah, exactly. Because I know for sure I've been a complete a-hole to people that I probably shouldn't have been because I just got done having a horrible freaking time. So
Hi,
I
Lumpy.
try to take that into consideration, but man, it just does not seem like the same place without that other guy there. The fish selection, the health of the fish, it just not the same.
Yeah,
I don't know. I just wish there was more variety to physically go and look at something, try to pick something out. I'm not a big fan of ordering fish. I don't like to
so
order a lot of stuff online because I don't. I like to be. I'm so old school, man. I want to touch something. I want to pick it up, look at it, and be like,
yeah,
"Yeah, I want to
for
buy that."
for a long time locally, all I could get was nano microfish, because that's what the girl was into. They got another guy in there helping run that department, and he's a breeder of cichlids and bigger fish. So he started bringing in some of his stuff, and then we had access to bigger fish. She started ordering more bigger fish because they were selling better. Um, so now there's actually a mix of big fish and small fish, and most of it's bread and butter types, though, like
Yeah.
Zebrums and um, Duppies and Neons and Platies and Mollies. Then you got the CPDs, Puffers, Killifish, um,
You never see
Pseudomagills, Rainbows.
killifish. You never see puffers. There's never sevens.
Yeah.
I mean, some
At some point in time, maybe it's
angelfish.
time for you
That's
to drive over to Rhinelander.
yeah.
Once you're in Rhinelander, Wisconsin, and your GPS see how far it is.
Rhinelander's not that bad of a drive.
Yeah.
Bedlam says if you live in Spooner, online is your friend. Thing is, it's not a horrible. It's like a 2-hour drive to the Twin Cities, Minneapolis, St. Paul.
Well, then you have
It's
access
got
to
to be,
better stuff.
you know,
Twin Cities got to have some good stuff. That's
you
a big
think so.
population. Even
Yeah.
Duluth.
I don't know.
Duluth should have
I've
something.
searched online for Duluth, and there's one kind of a mom and pop fish store there.
Okay.
But it was
There used to be
everything was so outdated on the website or the Google thing that even their website was pretty old. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Might
Back
be
in
worth
the
the
early
trip.
2000s, there was quite a bit in Superior and Duluth.
Man, you would think so. I mean, it's Great Lakes area, and
Yeah.
it's such a big area. There's so many people that live there. When I lived there, I hardly ever left
Yeah.
because
That swap is
everything
in the
was
Twin
right there.
Cities, isn't it?
Hmm?
The swap that Peplin's talking about is in the Twin Cities, isn't it? Or Minneapolis?
I think so. Isn't even called? Wasn't it supposed to be a Wisconsin one, but they still have it over there?
There's no
Something
Wisconsin
like
one
that.
anymore that I know of. Except for like down in Milwaukee.
Yeah, there's supposed to be one over in the Twin Cities. I was thinking about that too, but
Yeah.
when I was
I've never
thinking
went
about
Lumpy.
it, I wasn't thinking about driving anywhere. Well, it should be easier. I'm just looking forward to the Quad City fish swap. Now, the other night, were you? I think it was you that
Hey, Jan.
mentioned it, and maybe you were joking.
What's that?
Alex might come to the cookout. Is that a joke?
Oh yeah, yeah. However, since I got Fishfoot interested in it, it might happen.
Mm. Yeah,
Or castration, he could shake his pick.
and get his woman going, and then he might show up.
Yeah,
It's not
because then he'll have to be your chauffeur.
I
It can be a little evil sometimes. For a good cause.
don't know if Whip will show up. Because I thought I
Mhm.
heard that he was coming, and then I asked him about it, and he said that, well, I wasn't invited. So I'm like, well, I hereby invite you. And then I was like, oh, shit. Maybe I shouldn't invite people just on a whim. And it's like, well, it's Whip.
But
So
so
I text Foxy, and I'm like, I hope you don't mind, but I invited Whip to the Fish Fam cookout.
yeah.
And she's fine. Oh, Brian said he's coming.
Oh, Fathom. Get your pennies out of the wad.
Come on, Fathom. You're doing great, JNN. It's Monday. Monday is like you come here if you don't want your weekend to end. And it's just we're just not quite ready to be done with the weekend. Rip is silly. I hope so. I enjoy the silliness.
Yeah.
I do have a really good friend who is like he's 6'7", I think.
Oh yeah.
I'm not. I think Whip is pretty tall, right? From what I've heard,
Yeah.
would be great. I want to get a good picture of him and Katie together. I want her to look like she's ready to beat him up.
Oh yeah.
I'm not all that tall, but Katie's somewhat shorter than I am, so it'd be cool to get a neat picture of them too.
Yeah.
I'm so
My under-
excited for this year's cookout.
My original understanding was Whip was going, as long as it didn't line up with an Aquashella. And since they aren't doing it in Chicago this year, that means he's free.
Awesome. I didn't know that he lives in the Chicago area. I thought he was like somewhere in Pennsylvania or something, like Maryland or anything.
Yeah. No. This upcoming, whatchamacallit, what is it? The Quad City Swap.
Yeah.
We need to hit up Kyle and get his butt on board with coming to the cookout too.
Yeah. He definitely needs to come to that. He's coming to the Quad City?
Yep. As long as there's nothing
Well-
strange that comes up.
Well, if he's there, then we're gonna sell him on the idea, or annoy the shit out of him until he says yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Bigger, better, badder. We got it printed.
Yeah, this is my latest design. So this will be a floating
Nice.
version. And this is the uplift for it. I like the flow out of this. It's pretty decent.
Yeah.
It's not too
Well-
aggressive, but it's got a good amount of, or good volume.
I like the mesh areas you have. So you can
So
stick sponges in there, or
Yeah, you can. There's a
Okay.
gap here for sliding a sponge in. I had to keep it smaller because this will fit in either a 10 or a 5 gallon pretty reasonably.
yeah.
So yeah, so I finally
Good
hit
for
500
you.
subs on the channel, so I'm gonna give one of these away at some
Cool.
point in time here. It will not be scheduled though; it'll be a pop up like usual.
How long did that thing take to print?
The box itself, like 26 hours,
Yeah.
and the uplift, the 2 pieces for that is what was that? 9 hours maybe.
That's
But
30
I'm still
hours
working on
of time
perfecting the
putting into
balance. Yeah, I'm still working on perfecting the balance, so I don't know if this one's balanced yet. This just came off the printer tonight, so I'll play around with it, see if it floats the way I want it to. The other one
Yeah.
was really close, so I think I balanced it out okay. So it should float
That doesn't
pretty
hang
darn
on the
close to
rim.
level.
That's just a floater.
Just sits inside,
Okay.
yeah.
Alright.
Like got levels boxes in there,
Right.
and they float, or they'll float, but they don't float right.
Okay.
So they'll sink down too far, and the fish will swim over the edge. Hey Garcia. Yeah, just Alex was kind of interested in a floating one, so figured I'd give it a go. This one does have a lip on the inside too, because I thinned out the material a lot. Otherwise, this was like I think the original one was almost a 2 or 3 day print, the way I originally had it designed. So it took forever.
Man,
Yeah.
I love the idea of 3D printing. I don't know if I'm patient enough for it, but at the same time, I
That's-
think I would waste a lot of time watching it. I probably would get hypnotized watching the print
So-
go off.
3D printing it's good for personal use. If you have a farm, you can do it for a living, but you
Yeah.
need a lot of printers because it is slow. So
To
you'd have
mass
one set up.
produce. Yeah.
And I believe that's why Lowell originally didn't want to get into building them. But because the cost was at the right place, I think he sells them slow enough to be able to manage.
Right.
Hey, Lumpy.
I think
Leave us a
good
tire,
money
you know.
might be in making in designs and stuff. If you can
Yeah,
do
well,
good
not
at
really.
designing and stuff.
Everybody wants the free prints, so
That's true.
but that's okay. They're more than welcome to design them themselves. So,
The thing is too, it's like, well, I thought about, well, if you make a design and then you sell it and you try to keep it at a price point where people want to buy it,
Yeah.
what protects you from people just, okay, they buy the design and they send it to their friends.
Well,
There's nothing you can do about it.
not really, but there's little caveats in the fine print. Some prints it's okay to give away but not sell. Some prints it's okay to sell if you credit
but
the
they'll
designer.
do it anyways. I mean, it's
Yeah.
not. It's like
There's
copying.
ways to copyright it within the print code.
Yeah.
So every time they print it, it's got your copyright in it. And if they're not savvy enough to be able to go in and change it themselves, it's printed right into it.
Right. At least design it with your YouTube logo on there so it's advertising, or something.
Like I don't know if you can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I would do. At least put that in there so it gives you something back.
Yeah.
It's cool, I think, as a community wise. I don't know if, like you said, if you're trying to make money 3D printing, you got to have a huge farm. Otherwise,
I think it's more so
just share it with the community and try to build something,
Yeah. I'll figure it out eventually what I want to do with it, but yeah. More than likely it'll be giveaway stuff.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Nathan Holby is in the house.
How's it
He's
going,
probably
Nathan?
been here a while, huh?
He was here earlier. I don't know if he left and came back or not, but
I'm really bad at this sort of thing. Katie said I'm supposed to keep track of all of this.
Yeah.
But Katie's not here, so I'll do what I want. But she's probably watching, though.
yeah.
Dang it. Craig,
How's it going, Craig?
home sweet home.
Yeah.
Motley Crue.
So how's that Bare Bottom Brighton song coming?
Oh, man, pretty dang good.
Yeah.
I need to actually just...
Yeah,
I
sit down
recorded
and
myself
record it.
playing with it the other night, and I know I need to practice it a little more because I put in I sing a little bit of the original lyrics along with it
Yeah.
without knowing it. So, you really want to hear that song? Oh my god! All right, exclusive,
Live debut.
exclusive. It's not. It's gonna sound like shit. Know that, right? Because I am not warmed up and I don't care. I had just enough beer to not really give a shit, right?
Yeah, recorded himself playing with it. That's a good one, Pebble.
OnlyFans.
Members only.
Where do the lyrics go so I can
Is
remember?
that
I
that?
don't.
Is that that video that got 2,500 views for you?
Yes. The most popular video we've had is filling up
Jake
that
playing with
beehive
himself.
with spray foam. And
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because of what we were doing or because Katie was wearing short shorts.
Probably the
Either
short
way,
shorts.
it worked pretty good. Trying to remember the chords. Can you even hear that?
It's a little way up.
Muffled?
That's just a little low.
Oh my god. I don't have the guts to do it. How does it
You got
go?
it, Jake.
Trying to remember the words. Remember the words. Me, me, moo, 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 ma.
Do you have it written down?
Somewhere, but I can't find them. Oh, oh, you gonna speak them takes tonight. Oh, underneath that fever line. Oh, you gonna keep them hitters hot. That's how it goes. Bare bottom branch, you make the fishy world go round. I gotta remember how it goes. He was just a bearded lad, never knew substrate was bad, till he had to raise fishies by himself. I don't remember the chords, dude, and I'm sorry.
That's pretty close.
Left alone with all those pennies, his taste sure looks shabby. Hey, Brennan, you gotta put 'em on the shelf. Oh, you gonna sleep them kinks tonight. Oh, underneath that fluval light. Oh, yeah, keep them hitters hot. Up on a branch, you keep the fishy world going round. I fucked that up. And don't say the F word on the live stream.
I say it a lot. I think it's coming along good, Jake. Thank you.
Oh, it's coming around, and my voice isn't warmed up. So I'm sorry, everyone, for the
Yeah.
piggy sounds.
Okay. Hit it up with your studio equipment later.
I will.
I think it's good.
It's horrible.
I mean, it's horrible.
It's horrible. I thought about like doing like finger picking sound. Country.
Yeah.
You better keep them heaters hot. Bare bottom branch make the fishy world go round. Yeah. I'm in no condition to play right now. Honestly, I'm quite awesome, but I had to say bare bottom branch because the syllables didn't line up. I used Branton. A Branton song has to have a banjo. Well, if I can get all farty fish to, do a duet with me, that'd be great.
I'm pretty confident you can't play that thing.
No,
I think
but
it's just decoration. You can pretend. Take one for the team.
you can just strum with the cord unplugged or whatever.
Yeah.
So farty face can't play it. Farty face. That's too bad. You should never have instruments just for show unless you know how to play them.
I've got an old Hammer Slammer series that I gave to my youngest daughter.
Nice.
I bought it when I was in high school. Or it was gifted to me when I was in high school. Learned a few riffs on it, and that was about it.
Oh man, an hour and 51 minutes. Who's coming up after this? It is Grant and Shelby, isn't it?
I believe so. I don't know if they already started or if they're starting soon.
They'll be starting real
And,
dang soon.
More than likely, Steampot throwing too.
Usually
sure
goes
Scotty's
around
been
the
done with
same
for a while.
time.
Yeah.
We've conflicted and then rearranged and conflicted again, so it is what it is.
Yeah.
Big giveaway on GOE tonight.
Yeah.
Really? Well, I just came up. Watch now, 60,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
Oh, the
60,000
thing just
sub
went away.
giveaway.
That's cool. We hit like 680 something today.
That's good.
Hey,
Realistically, it depends on your goals. You don't need any more than 1,000 subs because you get everything that can possibly be offered to you.
right.
Everything else is just based on, your thumbnail clickability
Mm-hmm.
and whether or not people want to watch. Your pay doesn't change for subs. Your guaranteed to be watched doesn't change based on subs. And you can see that in the live streams where
Right.
somebody's got 50,000 people and there's still only 20 people that show up. 80
Exactly.
people that show up. And it's still the same 80 that were there when they had 3,000.
Well, gets a ton of viewers in his streams now lately, and I think that's just because he's a community guy.
I think it's more timing has been working out for him.
Yeah.
It's not conflicting with another stream, so people are looking for a place to go. They're available because
We
he gets.
just
I
kinda
think
do
he gets the same
whatever
amount of overall watch time. I think is the same.
Yeah.
Might go up a little bit, but I don't think it's dramatic.
You just try to let things
Regular.
grow however they're gonna grow. If it grows,
Yeah.
I mean, I'd like it to grow, but let's kind of do our thing and let it. I don't know. To me, it's almost like a fish tank. Try to rush something, and you're probably gonna screw it up.
Oh yeah, really bad.
So, well, I'm gonna end the live stream because it's dang close to them starting. And
They started already.
did they?
Yeah, I agree there, Stan. Brent needs to join with his kazoo.
That's why half of the viewers just left all of a sudden.
Yeah.
That's fine. I don't blame them. And with Jake screeching on the phone like that, why wouldn't you? I'll get it better, I
That's good.
swear. I'm still practicing it, and I think I need to add another verse. But I'd like to keep it short and simple so that at least at the cookout, people can sing along and help me out with it. And we'll just all belted out.
Yeah,
That's the whole point of it.
that'll be good.
Yeah. So thank you guys for showing up, for coming to our stream on a Monday nights, and I don't know, show up next week if you feel like it. Thank you, Jeff, for coming up and talking with
Not a
me.
problem. Yeah, timing doesn't work out very well for me usually because usually when I get home and you're starting, I'm eating.
It is what it is. We'll probably do another regular stream eventually if I can plan something, but for now it's our Monday nights. Peppa
Yeah.
says thank you, Jake and Jeff. Well, thank you, Brian. All right. I'm probably not going to stay backstage on this one because I got to run inside and check on the family.
All right, sounds good.
All right. So we'll see you around, brother.
Yeah, we'll see his streams.
Thank you, guys. And how about an outro song? I'll play the right one this time, maybe. I just, just between. Thanks for being a member. I like that one.
That's
All right. Good night, guys.
Gay and Jake got a case of the Mondays. Heading to Hagen Hill, where the sign plays aquariums, looking fresh with the fish and plants. Turning work weeks slumped into dance plans. Designs on the wall tell a story so bright. Monday morning blues turning into light. Katie sketching dreams with a pen in hand. Jake builds the visions like a magic band. Designs on the wall tell a story so bright. Monday morning blues turning into light. Katie sketching dreams with the pen in hand. Jake builds the visions like a magic band. High into the sign, breaking Monday spells. Fish in the tank, swim my jingle bells. Plants on the walls, green every mile. Katie and Jake making